For those of you that were watching the live that I was just on, or if you went on to my playlist and looked at new, for those of you that know me, and for those of you that don't, let me explain what I'm doing here and what I'm going to continue speaking about. I use the thumbnail of Andrew because he looks like a stupid, perverted, caught with his pants down, metaphorically, staring into one of Epstein's hidden cameras. What I said before my phone died is I said the royal family knew. And you know what? Andrew Lowney came out with the truth when he wrote Elite, the rise and fall in reference to the Yorks. But we all thought this, but poor Andrew Lowney, you imagine the hell he's been through trying to get all of this information out into the public domain because everybody, including the Queen, lied and no complain and no explain. And one thing that I really thought about was when Brittany from the Royal News Network is so true. She said the Queen prays. And I thought, oh, yes, the Queen prays for her son's soul. That's what she prays for. They knew from the beginning. And it's not, well, it should be only about the trafficking, but it's also about financial crimes that Andrew committed using the Commonwealth, which includes Canadian money, by the way. And, I don't trust Steve Carney as far as I could throw him. I don't. I really don't. And all of these royals and all of these people are all, when I say these people and they, I'm talking about the 1% of people, like the uber rich, like Jeff Bezos, I can't stand. I can't stand Jeff Bezos, never could. I always thought he was an arrogant megalomaniac. And look at it. If you want to find out all the gossip about Jeff Bezos and his wedding, go watch Maureen Callahan, The Nerve. And the reason I put Andrew's picture up there is because of all of oil, all of the oil, all of the oil, all of the royal connections. Prince William just came out and did an interview, and they didn't ask William any questions about Andrew. So, you know what, William? That you're about as you and your precious Kate, I don't believe for 2 seconds you knew what was going on. Anytime somebody turns a blind eye and doesn't say anything to protect something that's wrong, that's all I mean, what else can I say? Look at Candrew? Yeah, Andrew is literally caught on camera. God knows what was that happened to that girl. And yeah, the Queen prayed. I bet you the Queen prayed for her family's soul and the legacy of the monarchy. I was at prayer group, not prayer group, uh, Bible study yesterday because I've always considered myself somebody who lived right. And I always did the right things because you do right things because they're right things. You don't say to somebody, boy, I did this, so I can get a good karma. That is so disingenuous and it's not real. It's not real. Hello there. Hi, Australian. How are you doing, boy? Hi, Renary. How you doing? I was just saying that I believe that the royal family and William and Kate lost such a teaching moment with Virginia Giuffre. They should have brought her into the palace. They should have had an interview with her on camera, with the victims, apologizing to them, paying them for the therapy that they needed. Virginia, for what she went through with Epstein. And Epstein, the reason Ghislaine hurt those women is because she hated them, because she was in love with Epstein. But I really believe, why has human trafficking gone up 5,000% in the last 5 years? Okay, when was Donald Trump inaugurated? It was January the 20th of 2016, or was it 2017? Right? Because I broke my leg, my femur. That's all on the channel. You can find out why I started it. This is a non-donation charity. When I say that, we do raffles like 4 times a year, and we give out money as a thank you to those that have taken the time to watch us. I do not look at people as viewers or subscriptions. I like to get to know the people that are on the channel, and whether the channel stays where it does, which is fine with me, or whether it grows. Hey, if it grows, the more you can give out for the right fucking reasons, not to play games. Now, Epstein, in my last video that I just did, it's 10 minutes and it's got some really good information in there. But I believe that trafficking has increased because Trump said he would drain the swamp, but he didn't think that his underwear would fall down with the swamp. And I don't dislike Trump voters. I dislike Trump because he turned his back on Charlie Kirk. I don't care what anybody says. You can all hate me for it. And that's okay, because I will never bend the knee to power. I'll never bend the knee to money. Ever, ever. Never have, never will. It's so disturbing that 5,000% child transporting has gone up 5,000%, and that's when Trump took office. He owned the Miss USA pageants. He introduced Erica Kirk to Charlie Kirk. Tyra Banks was part of those pageants. America's Next Top Model. I explained how disgusting that Netflix series is. Number 10 in Canada. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's everything we know. And I want to know. I know this is a small channel and I am nobody from nowhere. But if you know anybody, or if you think this video is worth sharing, I want to talk to people that were in America's Top Model. And I want to know how many of them are still alive. Does anybody remember Dr. Phil and how he tried to help that woman that was on meth and everything because she lost America's Top Model? That's what people were like in the early 2000s. They were fucking praying mantises, including Tyra Banks. And I think that it was Jackie Dickinson. There used to be Top Models, Australian boy. And I wanted to share with you the truth about the royal connections with Nexium, because Sarah Ranson, okay, the former Miss Yugoslavia is Catherine Oxenberg's mother. Catherine Oxenberg married Richard Bronson, or Richard Braun. They had India Oxenberg. She joined Nexium. Keith Raniere branded her and did things with her sexually. Remember the vow and all of that shit? Well, guess what? Richard Bronson was connected with Jeffrey Epstein, and Sarah Ranson was trafficked to Bronson. And this is all allegedly, maybe, possibly in my stupid little head. Thank you very much. It's probably because I took a shower yesterday and I'm hiding my bald spot and I've got a filter on. No, but seriously, that's what I think. And these children are put in transport boxes across the ocean. You know why? Because when those you know what I think we need to do instead of talk is we need to join arms, arm in arm, brother and sister, right up to the Capitol, right up to Parliament, the people. There are more of us than them, and we need to start a new government. There needs to be a revolution. I know everybody left as soon as I said that. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to go and I'll be reading the Bible this afternoon for Lent. And for Lent, I am never telling a lie. It is Radical Honesty Month. Bye, everybody. That's a wrap.